What's going on, guys? Kyle, Napalm ATV. Figured I'd go ahead, give you guys a little shop update. I still got the 570 here. Of course, looking good. A little broken. We got some transmission issues. Gonna have to work on that one, but and of course we still got Mom's 450 here. Dad's got his 450 out back using it right now. We got the high lifter that's always on the channel. Belongs to my buddy Chad. Got some issues here. As you can see, got the axle that we gotta fix. Just popped apart. Clutch cover's got to go back on. Give it a good grease. He's got a fresh pinion and pinion gear, pinion cover all on. This right here, this is the big update. Anyone who doesn't follow the Facebook or Instagram haven't seen this yet, but 570 here actually has been gifted. So now my girlfriend owns this. Of course, we'll still help her out, keep it together all in one piece. Gotta do what we gotta do, make sure the girlfriend's all safe to go. It's got a fresh axle, all the bushings in the rear are new. Gotta figure out that transmission issue, but otherwise she should be set for the season. Now this is the real reason right here. Now, don't mind the shop, we're pretty jam-packed in here. It's pretty tight, but went ahead and picked me up a 2020 Can-Am Outlander XMR 850. A little bit dirty right now, and wash it the greatest. It's just a four-wheeler, It's only a toy. This is going to be the newest ride on the channel. Now, unfortunately, life gets in the way, so I didn't really have a chance to actually make a video with it in the beginning. But coronavirus has got us all stuck at home unemployed, so might as well use some of my time. I already found myself a good spot for the winch hook, because we get stuck. Added a set of black hand grips, Can-Am OEM. It's got these nice heavy duty mounts on it. Added a mud strap on here, because we like the barrier. So far, we got about 15 hours on it. And, well, almost 62 miles. My personal favorite part of this machine is this right here. The new ITC. It's awesome, in my opinion. It's nice, it's electronic throttle, so your finger doesn't get tired. Switch between modes, so you can set it to eco mode if you're almost out of gas. Or you can set it to normal mode if you're just cruising down trails on an average every day. Or if you really want to get into it. Also, sport mode. Slap it into sport mode and you're good to go. Sport mode shall eat, let me tell you what. This thing is an absolute animal. Now, of course, my guys right here. Bibbins Sales and Service in Weedsport. If y'all are in the central New York area, probably one of the best places you can buy something. Two salesmen, Jeff and JD, will do what they can to get you the best deal possible. Now this right here, this new gauge system, I'm telling you, this new gauge is awesome. It's about time that Can-Am added a temperature gauge. Of course, it's got the DPS on it. My only real complaint so far is the start button's a little... There we go. So then right here, up on top of the display, see we're right here, we're in eco mode. Nice little switch right here. Go back, turns eco mode off, that's just like a normal mode. And then sport mode. Obviously sport mode's for when you want to have a good time. I primarily ride trails in normal mode. I'll hit sport mode mostly, you know, if I'm in mud or whatever. I already went ahead and pulled the spark arrestor right out of the muffler. Of course, that ain't gonna stay stock long. Just gotta run out this warranty for a little bit. Pretty sweet though. Gotta say, these Can-Am sound good from the factory. I'm a first-time Can-Am owner coming from Polaris's, and I can definitely say that a torque locker is in the very near future. I've already gotten myself into a bit of a situation. I'll see if I can't stick that picture in here real quick. But I got myself into a bit of a situation where it would have been nice to have that torque locker. You know, that both front tires turning might have kept me from getting as buried as I was. You know, and of course, here in the 2020 model year, we got a 3,000 pound Warn winch included from the factory, which is new for 2020. Obviously 2020 has got this sick color scheme. It's gray, manta green, and black. Absolutely sick. Love it. And then 2020, they actually come with a rear bumper from the factory now. Thank God, because if it's got a front bumper, it should have a rear too. You know, still got your grab bar here. You know, license plate holder, which, you know, who needs a license plate? Well, besides the start button, my one other complaint is that this box here definitely not waterproof. Not even close. And I had some books and stuff in here that I actually took out because I got down into a pretty deep water hole and everything got soaked. But, I mean, you can even see right here, there's a gap right there in the gasket. I mean, of course it's going to leak water. That thing doesn't even actually seal. And you can see here a little bit, there's some crud on the seal. But you know, it's not that big of a deal. Nice little toolkit. It is nice that this thing's got this. It's a tight latch, so I mean, maybe it would seal if you tried really hard, but either way, you know. So, there you go. This is gonna be the new ride for the channel. I'm excited. Gonna make some changes, gonna make it mine. Well, I'm thinking, like I said, torque locker in the front. Maybe we'll do a little bit of clutch work in there. Put a better belt on it to help a little bit. I'm thinking we might need some different tires because these Cryptids are pretty good, but some of the stuff that I ride in is pretty deep and pretty sloppy. My Cryptids don't quite work all that well in that stuff. So we might have to go something a little bit more aggressive, maybe a little more of an ag tire type design. Then, I like the fact that it is snorkeled up here from the factory. You know, I mean, it's snorkeled right up to the handlebars just about. But I might have to do some snorkel risers just because I like to have a visual aspect as to where my snorkels actually are. So maybe we'll do some snorkel risers. Then obviously, this big waste of space right here has got to go. So maybe we'll do something along the lines of, I'm already thinking an Empire. I'll do an Empire slip-on. I don't want to do a full exhaust system. I'm not looking to go crazy. And then I'm gonna have a custom ECU tune written for it. Thanks to the fact that it's a 2020 model, tuners are actually offering custom ECU tunes now. One other complaint that I do have is that the shifter seems like it's a little out of adjustment from the factory. You know, I've seen a lot of people complaining about those, you know, on some of the groups that I'm in on Facebook and whatnot. Now, a lot of people complain saying that their shifter isn't aligned properly from the factory. So I mean, I think that's just a linkage adjustment issue, but either way, you know, coming from a Polaris, I'm a pretty big fan of the fact that they put their voltage regulator back here. At the same time, I'm not sure how I feel about it. You know, I might do away with all these vent lines on the diff, you know, front and rear, you know, transmission, all that. I might put some bellows in them. Haven't really decided yet. I am pretty excited to put this new diff to the test. I know a lot of people with the 19 and older models had some issues with the rear diffs and some seals issues. But in 2020 models, they have officially updated and made it so that the XMR has a totally different differential than the rest of the models. So we'll see. Well, maybe it'll hold up a little bit better than the 19 and older models. Obviously, you got a 12-volt plug up here, just like every other four-wheeler these days. Everybody's got to have their power outlets. And then, you know, just like every other Can-Am, the gas cap's back here on the rear right fender, which I personally love because if you're trying to fill your wheeler with a gas can, try using a gas can on a machine that's got this big old dash pod on the handlebars and a gas tank underneath the handlebars. And I think the one last thing that I might change on this is going to be something. It's going to go right in here. Get a little steering stem brace. You know, I mean, obviously nobody plans an accident. I'd rather be safe than sorry, you know. Put a steering stem brace in there so that if I do happen to roll it or whatever, it's not going to bend it. It's not going to crack anything. It's not going to break anything. I may change this plate just for aesthetics reasons, but that'll be decided in the future. I like the way they look from the factory. So yeah, there she is, boys. It's the new toy. I'm excited. Got lots of riding to do this winter, or this summer, that's for sure. Lots of riding to do this summer for sure. Put this thing to the test, run it through its paces, see if maybe with some better tires and some better clutching, maybe it'll keep up with this guy here. With his Outlaw 2s and a lift, and we'll see. We will see. But either way, make sure you go check out the Facebook and the Instagram. They're both Napalm ATV, just like the channel. Also, don't forget, hit that like button on this video. And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for some real good content coming this summer. Things are going to get rowdy.